There are 16 Sims 4 expansion packs right now that you can buy, and obviously I have bought them all. Some of them have changed my game really much and I have enjoyed them a lot, and some of them, well, I wish I wouldn't have bought them. So in today's video we're gonna rank all the expansion packs from in The Sims 4, which are the essential, which are the ones that we need in our game, and which are the ones that I regret buying. So remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and let's just start ranking. At the bottom of the list we are having Get Famous. The fame system is really cool and I was really hyped out when this pack was announced. The acting career is fun and I really enjoy it, but honestly it just gives me like 1 week to do in my game and then I'm feeling like it's very repetitive. And what I'm most disappointed is that Del Sol Valley. I was really waiting this world to come up, and it has 6 slots and 2 of them are empty, so I usually don't play in this world and that is a real bummer. The fame perk tree system is really nice and I love the mood swings that your famous sim is having when they have these fame perks or odd quirks, but I think that's about it with this expansion pack. That is why it is in the bottom of my tier list. Next one is the Get to Work expansion pack, the very first expansion pack that we ever got into our game. There we got active carriers, we get aliens and retail system, and it was really nice expansion pack at that time, but my retrospective video about this expansion pack, I kind of felt like that it hasn't aged well, but there are still little cute things that you can do, and of course we got aliens, but we really need skill tree system to our aliens and some kind of refresh to our active carriers with this expansion pack. I love the science carrier and the science lab and all the things that you can invent in that carrier, but that's about it in my opinion with this expansion pack. I really wanted to like the high school years expansion pack, and I was hoping that we are getting finally the life stage that I really want to play with. But when I started to play with the high school years, first I thought that this is really good expansion pack and I still kinda love it, but somehow I feel it kinda repetitive, especially if you're doing this active high school days in it. There is this social bunny, this social media, which is kinda nice and also OP if you want to have friends. There is this new carnival pier where you can go, but somehow this world feels empty, which is sad. There is these side hustles which I really enjoy. I love the cast, and the BB, well, I think they're nice but not my favorite. And also the after school activities are nice but not so fleshed out. And I don't know, I just feel there could be so much more with this expansion pack. I really love to play with the teenagers and I usually play with the active high school days, but at some point I usually just change it and play it that they go to the rabbit hole and that's it. And also there are these prom events every Saturday and the graduation, which are nice, but somehow I don't know, I just wished they had more time to develop this expansion pack. First of all, I have to say that the Sulani is really beautiful world and I love visit there. I love to take my Sims to the honeymoon in there, or if there is winter in the world where I'm living, then I'm gonna go and take some sun in the Sulani beaches. But other than that, I think that this expansion pack isn't giving us so much gameplay in it. This pack is more vacation world to me, where I can collect trash in the beach, swim in the ocean, and of course meet mermaids. And I really wish that we could get also skill tree to our mermaids because they are really needing it. There is these little events in the Sulani which you can attend, but other than that there isn't so much in the game. But I think this is some kind of unique expansion pack and that is why it is not at the bottom, but still it's not very high at my tier list. I was really hyped about when they announced Snowy Escape expansion pack, and I was really hoping that we are getting this like Japanese inspired world with skiing and snowboarding and of course rock climbing. But after a while playing with this expansion pack, even though it has the perfect BB and perfect cash objects, I still felt that it wasn't so fleshed out with the gameplay, and I was really disappointed that you need to be at the Mount Komorebi if you wanted to snowboard or ski. So this world became more like a holiday world to me, and that's why I'm not playing with this expansion pack a lot. Maybe I vacay with my Sims once in a year at the new year and have a new year party with them, and we had these lifestyles that I never play and I always forget that they exist. And this is so sad because I love the world, I love the aesthetics that it gives us, and I love the pre-made houses that we got in this expansion pack. It just needed a little bit more with it. When they announced this Eco Lifestyle pack, I was really waiting this because this was the moment in my life when I really wanted to have some kind of eco life by myself, and I was really interested of how to make better world with my own life and with my daily routines. And I really like the idea that the eco lifestyle is giving us that you need to take care of your actions, and if you are ruining the world, then you get fined or the air is getting polluted. But somehow I don't know why this feature is broken in my game. It is really hard to get the world like it's kind of trashy or polluted, and also it is really easy to get it to the green place where everything is green and everything is perfect. This pack adds meaningful system, but I wish that it could be maybe better executed. I love the neighborhood vote system, and also I like the build by items that we are having in here. And I think to the builders, this is the expansion pack that you really wanna have. I know people's gonna hate me because Horse Ranch is so low in my list, but honestly, I didn't like this expansion pack so much. I have to admit that it has very nicely gameplay in it. I love how they have made the horses. The horses are really well executed. But it was 2024 when this expansion pack was released. People was really hyping up this expansion pack. And I think that this expansion pack is really good to the people who really want to play with the horses. I love the cast, I love the build by system with build by objects that we got in here. With the horses, there are like, you can train them, you can bond with them, you can go to the barrel racing, and there is lots of do with the horses, and of course there's this nectar making. But other than that, there isn't so much to do in this expansion pack. It is nicely executed, and I think this serves really well people who really want to play with the horses, who really want to play with the horses. But for me, it's not the cup of the tea. But I think it's really well executed expansion pack, so that's why it is in the mid tier in my list. So then we are having For Rent expansion pack, and I was really waiting this. I bought this expansion pack, and then the rental system broke my game, and I needed to wait that they fix the game. And after that, I wasn't so overwhelmed about that. I really love the rental system, and I really love rental apartments in the game, and I wish I could play with them more, but somehow I'm not playing with them. The cast and the BB are really well executed in here, and I think this is the one expansion pack that changes the core system with the BB in the game, and that is why this expansion pack is really nice. It was really hard to me decide, should I put this higher or lower with the Horse Ranch, and actually I'm not really sure right now at this moment which one should be higher in my tier list, but I think this is well executed, it could be more fleshed out with the gameplay, but other than that, this is really nice expansion pack. Love Struck's gameplay is something that I've always wanted in The Sims 4, and when we finally got the chemistry system and also the compatibility system in our game, I don't know how I could play the game anymore without this system and mechanics. But other than that, I'm not so fun with this expansion pack. I love the cast, I love the goofy stuff, I love the vibe they are giving us. It's like we are having some kind of Sims 2, Sims 1 jokes and absurd things in it. We have social events which are really nice, I use them a lot. But besides that, I think there isn't so much to do in this expansion pack, and also it was really rushed. Was it like 2 months after the release we get another expansion pack? And I don't know, this expansion pack and the mechanics were game changing, but we didn't have enough time to explore them and share the stories and details about them, and that's why I feel that it's not so good expansion pack. And I don't play with the world pretty much, it feels empty. I think the builds are beautiful, I like the idea with the world, but somehow I don't use this world as much as it should be used. Discover University is actually one of my favorite expansion pack in the series, and I was like, well, of course this is at the top of my tier list, but after a while I thought that, well, this isn't the most best expansion pack, but I think this has lots and lots of gameplay to offer in your game. The university life is really hard. I really love that our game has some kind of hard moments, that everything isn't easy in our game. In the university life there is of course term papers or essays that you have to do, homeworks that you have to do. You can start drama with the rival university or go to the bar or to the mythic club or mystic club, but it is really kinda hard to manage if you have many sims at the same time university, especially if you are rotational game player, so you really need to have some kind of tricks that your sim doesn't fail at their university life. And then we are having businesses and hobbies, and this was also the one that I was really hard to decide, should I put this lower than Discover University, because I like Discover University more than this expansion pack, but I think this has more the versatile way offering different playstyles to different players, so that's why I put this expansion pack higher. I really love the small business system, it is really nice. What I don't like is that you can't keep your business open if someone is at school. So example, if you have teenager and you are at the high school years or at the high school, so you can't keep this business open, so you really need to be at the lot all the time with your business. And also I really wish there could be more hobbies related gameplay in here. Of course you can do small businesses and then go there and visit in there, but it is lots and lots of work to do that you can actually make the hobby class. First you have to build or download the small business from the gallery, and after that you need to hire someone, and then you have to cheat or play the game to the place where the one sim who owns the business has the skill level in the point where they can actually run the business or give lectures or be mentoring and things like that. So I wish that they could make it more easier with this expansion pack, but I love the world. I love the cast. The cast is definitely my favorite of all of the expansion pack in this expansion pack. But yeah, this is good expansion pack, but not my cup of tea, especially compared to the ones that we are still discovering in our tier list. City living. I really love this expansion pack so much. I really love San Myshuno. Every time when I move my Sims to the city, I really enjoy playing in there, and I always remember that, well, this is definitely very well executed world and expansion pack. There are of course apartments first time in our game, then there are these little festivals in every neighborhood. There is these karaoke places where you can go and sing karaoke. And there are lots of chaos and really interesting lore in this expansion pack. And I think this world is the one that where the world really feels alive, and there are lots of Sims everywhere in the places every time you go in some lots or festivals or everything. I don't know why it isn't in the Sims 4 worlds, but I think in this expansion pack there are really Sims living in the city. And I really enjoy the neighbor drama, apartment drama that you're having in this expansion pack with your apartment neighbors. And I don't know, there is something unique in this expansion pack. Oh, I really wanted to put this expansion pack to the top tier in my list, but I think I can't do that. This is my favorite expansion pack also. I really love the club system that we are having in this expansion pack. I'm using this club system a lot and every time and in my every save, and I'm loving that they are still developing, updating the club system each time we are getting new expansion pack or game pack. And I think this is just genius way to have family meetings, friend meetings, flirty club, and there are so many variant ways how you can play with this expansion pack. But I get it that it's actually all about it. Well, the world is very big, the most big world that we are having in our game right now. And the Windenburg is really beautiful place. It feels sometimes a little bit empty, but still there are a lot of things that you can do in the Windenburg. But other than that, it's not giving us so much gameplay, but the clubs, so that's why it's a little higher at my list, but not at the top tier. Cats and dogs. And actually I really love this expansion pack, and I'm the one who is really excited that they are not controllable in our game. I really hated that in Sims 3. I'm so sorry. But other than that, I really love the Brindleton Bay, and I really think that the Mediterranean carrier is really well executed and it is interesting. It is hard to play. I love that the pets or the cats and dogs are having personalities and they really feel very well executed. Of course, there is sometimes the situations when I forgot that they exist in my lot or at my household, and then I just keep playing, and after a few days I remember that hey, I also had the cats and dogs in my game, what they are doing right now. But other than that, I think this is really good expansion pack. There are lots of things to do with the cats and dogs, and there are really much cute details in them. So right now we are at the top tier list, and these 4 expansion packs are, for me, the most expansion packs that you need to have in the game. And the first one is the Life and Death expansion pack, and I was thinking that should I put this higher, but then I was really thinking and I decided that this is the 4th expansion pack that is the most expansion pack that you need to buy. This expansion pack is really well executed. I love the world, I love the gas, I love that our ghost get the skill tree, and you can be evil ghost or good ghost, and there are lots of lore in the world and things that you can discover. We got the new bucket list system our games, which I love really much. It really gives lots of depth in my game. And honestly, there is just so much to do. We got really well fleshed world and also we got lots of gameplay with this expansion pack, and I haven't seen this kind of expansion pack in a while in our game, and that is why this is the one that we need to have in our game. Cottage living was the one that I was really thinking should it be lower than the life and death, but I put it in the third place in my tier list because actually there is, I think, a little more things to do in the expansion pack, and there are more details in it. There are more mechanics that you can really do in the game, and I don't know, there are so many details in this expansion pack, in the world, in the lore. The gas and the BB is really nice in the game. There are chickens, there is cross-stitching cows that you can hug, and you can be friends with the birds and bunnies. I just don't know. You can make jam, you can make big plants. There are little festivals in there also, and there are just so many things that you can do this expansion pack that, well, I can't say anything bad about this expansion pack. So that is why I think this is the one that you really need to have in your game. The second one is Growing Together, and I have to say that there isn't so fleshed out world in this expansion pack, and there isn't so much gameplay in this expansion pack, but I think this is really essential game pack to our games because it changes the core system in our game really much, and it gives really meaningful storytelling or gameplay with our Sims life. And because I'm more live gamer with the Sims 4, I definitely always want game where they gave us more things to play and experience. There are these family relationships right now, there are milestones, there are social quirks, and this is just the game pack for generational gameplay, and it gives us so much deeper experience to our Sims. And also there is midlife crisis that I have really wanted to our game so much because I really loved that in the Sims 3, and I was so happy that we finally get it in this expansion pack. But I think this expansion pack is the one that gives you so much in behind the scenes to your game, so you can't actually say precisely that hey, this is the thing that you really needed in the game because it's affecting in the Sims relationship and of course with their lives. Well, the number one is seasons. Is there someone who is surprised? Well, I don't know, do I need to say why the seasons is the one expansion pack that you really need in your game, because we got seasons in our games, there are actual weathers, we got calendar systems, we got holidays in there, and there are consequences if you Sims wear shorts in the winter or winter jacket at the summer. And I don't know, this expansion pack is just a chef's kiss, if I could say, and I think this is the one that you really need in your game because it changes a lot and also gives you a nice phase in your game, especially with the holidays. You could need to have your Winterfest or New Year's Eve celebration at the moment, and also you can make your own holidays, which is really nice, and I use this a lot. So I think this is all today. What are your thoughts? Was I wrong in some things? Was I right at the some tiers? Let me know down in the comments, and please subscribe, I would appreciate it a lot, and I see you in the next video. Bye!